Getting into the time of the year where I need to start thinking about repairs and just basic upkeep on the greenhouses. I like to do that in December and January. Do what I can in December because I still have some other things going, but get what I can done in December and really get at it in January. So we're going to start with covering our biggest greenhouse. It is a 2-bay 30 by 96 each bay. And it's going to require 2 layers of polyethylene plastic on the top that has an air inflation between the 2 layers, and that kind of keeps it insulated a bit and keeps the plastic from whipping in the wind. We have a little motor, and I'll show you all this as we go along, a little motor that blows air between the 2 layers. So that is done every 6 years. It is considered a 4-year plastic, but I haven't had any trouble with getting by with 6 years. But this is the year. That kind of requires me covering a greenhouse every 2 years. And this is the year for this one. And it's always a challenge. It's some big sheets of plastic. We'll have 4 sheets of 30 by 96 or 36 by 100, 36 by 100 feet sheets of plastic, 2 on each side. But we're also replacing the curtains, and that's what I'm working on today. I thought I would show you what the fabric is like, the reason I'm replacing them, and how they work. They are a natural cooling system, and we have 10-foot curtains on our biggest greenhouse, and it works really well. It will nearly cool to the center of the greenhouse to where it's just about like outdoor temperatures. It's not exactly, it might be a little warmer in there, but it's barely noticeable, and it achieves you a good airflow in the spring. Now mind you, they're not the best for heating through February. So I kind of hold out of that greenhouse as long as I can, and then once we start, we fill it as quickly as we can. But I like to stay out of there until mid-February if I can, because it's kind of a beast to heat. But the curtain system is really an easy system. It's manual. You raise it up and down. They have a thermostatically controlled system, but I'm here anyway, so I figure I can roll those curtains up and down. But I'm going to show you a little bit about it and why we're replacing it. It's been on there 12 years, and you might get a little more of a life out of that. Probably could, but I'm starting to have some problems, and rather than wait until the next time that I cover that greenhouse, I thought I would go ahead and replace it all and have it over with. So, okay, this is our curtain system here, and this one's a bit obsolete. The new system that I'll be putting on is a little bit different, but basically the same principle. It has a weighted pipe at the bottom of the curtain. It has a sewn pocket, and you have about a 1 3/8 inch pipe on the bottom. That just adds weight and keeps it hanging tight all the time. And what I really like about this system is that it rolls up from the center. It has a pipe that has to be put right in the center of the fabric, and it has a universal here with a handle on it. And as you roll that up, it requires half the rolls to get the fabric to the top. It is a really tough material, a woven material. It's not really polyethylene. It's a woven, really tough stuff. It doesn't quite have the light transfusion that the polyethylene has, but on the walls it's not quite as critical as it is on the top. So it's tough stuff. The problem that I was having, I was beginning to have some rust issues with that center pipe, the roller pipe, and it was about to rust in too. So it had come apart in one place there last spring, early spring, and we kind of rigged it back together to get by. But that was one issue that I was having with it. The only thing that I don't like about this system is the inside, that inside wall right there. You can see it never did seal good, and they have come up with a little better system for that, which I've ordered and I'm going to put up this year. They've come up with a little 2-layer polyethylene pocket, and you transfer air from the top of the greenhouse into that pocket, and it pushes that out against that curtain, so it takes up all that slack. I have stuffed feed bags, everything I could come up with in behind this curtain to keep it tight. You can see the distance here. That's what I've always done in the past. And it worked okay, but it didn't work great. And you get high winds and it would still blow that out away from the side. But I'm going to show you how this thing rolls up. This is the old one here, and then we'll go to the back and I'll kind of show you where I've started taking the old one down on the back side. Give you an idea of how that goes. All right, you can kind of see here how it'll roll up. And it does work really good. And this is something that I'll do a couple times a day. And my rollers on the end have started to stick, so that's kind of another thing that I'll be replacing. It doesn't take an extreme amount of turns, and it doesn't take an extreme amount of force to get it rolled up. So that's kind of the reason I like it so well. Okay, we're here at the back of the greenhouse, and I thought I'd kind of show you how this curtain hooks in, and the pipes that you see there along the side are just curtain guides. Those are attached at the top in a track with a stainless steel bolt, and at the bottom they're just attached with a Tek screw into a hat base, it's called. And they're there just to keep the wind from blowing that fabric in and out, kind of keep it in place. And the way that this curtain is attached at the top, and I'll take one out here to show you, is with an easy lock system. We have a channel that these caps just snap into, and boy, once they're in, they don't come out. And this is the way that the polyethylene on the top of the greenhouse is also attached. I've never had a problem with it coming loose. Once it snaps in, it's a done deal. I'll see if I can't snap this out here, give you a little view of how it works. It can be difficult getting that out too, so, which is not a bad thing. There you can kind of see it coming out. We usually use rubber mallets to put this in to keep from bending it. You don't want them to bend. If they bend, then they don't work so well. Basically, it comes in 4-foot sections. Just a snap-in cap. And you can see there, once the cap comes loose, then the old curtain pops right out. So, couldn't be happier with that system. They also make a wire lock system that I use, and where you have to go up and over an arch. The wire goes in there. Works really well too. Not quite as quick as this or as easy, but it does work very well. But that's how we attach our plastic, and we're going to get to work here taking the rest of this down, and we'll just kind of go from there. Thank you guys for watching. We'll catch up with you on the next video.
I saw a picture of you, looking at a picture of me.